YouTube here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're up. All right. This is Wall Street Sizing Up. I am your host, Mark Maddox, sponsored by StockTrade.tips. If you go to our website, which is StockTrade.tips, you will be then basically, hey, how are you doing? We're over at Telegram. Find us at StockTrade.tips on Telegram. There's a link below in the description if you want to get to our Telegram channel. It is free. We only take tips. It's pretty cool. We've got a really, really good group of guys in there. Some TA guys, some option guys. I'm mostly common stock. But all right, let's talk about today since I've got my 80s headband on, my 80s Don Johnson, I don't even know what that is, sea blue shirt. Maybe beach blue shirt. It's a little weird. But anyway, we're going to talk about, again, these are just stocks that we're researching, but stocks to watch, I guess you could call it. Today, there was not a lot of filings per executives, the C-levels or directors or 10% owners. There weren't a lot. As far as the fund filings or hedgy filings, there were some, but they weren't. They've already pumped and they're still going down. So not a lot there, but we did find some dark pool. I want to show you one from last night, but then I've got 3 more for you. So let's get started with it. All right. This is FTCH Fetch. It is directly from Clueless, clearly. So we got this after hours last night, and I wanted to show you how this works. So clearly what they saw is this, it's really a sideways wedge, almost a descending wedge, but it was up, it had to break a certain way. So we had a $32 million buy at $49.50, right? You can see it ended how many shares, I wish I didn't write how many shares it was, but it clearly jumped up to over, I believe, $1.20 over the $49.50. So 50.70, I believe, is where it jumped to, and it ended the day at 50.32. So they took about $1.20, $1.10, and they probably went home. Although they're still up in this trade, so I bet they're still in this trade, and they'll see what happens tomorrow, because you've got a good, what is that? You've got the 20-day sitting right at 51.20. So I bet they'll wait to see if it's going to bounce off of that and then get out of the trade. But tonight, here's what we saw after hours. So this is LUV. You know who LUV is? That's Southwest Airlines. It's always been a pretty good stock. Now you can look at this. It was a recovery stock for a long time, and now it's just gone into this really about a month and a half downtrend, almost 2-month downtrend. And here's what we're seeing there. So this is an after hours buy, right, for $29 million. That was 550,000 shares, right? They got it at 51.88. So they actually got it below, above this. So I don't see the real thought here. Unless they know something, period. And if they do, it's going to run to 53.08, and then after that, you'll see about 53.90, and then it could run all the way to 55. Will a big stock like this run? No, it's got 589 million shares is the float. It doesn't have a big short float on it, and in June 10th, it's got a price target of 74. So LUV tomorrow at I'm guessing this is up $1 tomorrow. Let me see what that is. Maybe even 2. That's what they're thinking. And again, it could be a swing trade too. All right, next up is Twitter. So TWTR we saw again in after hours as well. Kathy Wood's been buying a lot of this stock, clearly in an uptrend, in a rising wedge, you could say here. They took it after hours, $21 million buy, 300,000 shares at 70.37, right where it ended. You can see it is coming to a point, and they believe that it'll, and it actually went almost all the way up to this to the top trend line, and then bounced off that. So I believe they believe that it'll do that tomorrow, or even break out. Twitter has been a very, very hot stock. It's got almost 800 million share float, and they are profitable now. The price target on the 23rd is 69, so it's already outrun that. But we really like this stock here for tomorrow. Thanks to James on that for doing some of the research and turning me onto this. Next up, we saw this yesterday, and it was GPS. If you did not know, that is Gap. What's up, Kanye? Said the same thing yesterday, but they Athleta, which Gap Inc. owns, is coming out with a new line that was announced today. So here's what's going on here. Gap was sized up again. It was a $15 million after hours buy at the 28.94, which is what you see here. That's 573,000 shares. Now, here's the thing. So it's hard to see what they see. To me, this would look like a swing trade. It's not going to hit resistance till literally the 20-day, which sits right about 30.23, right? So you're looking at almost $1.50 there. So I bet this is a swing trade. It's clearly been going sideways for the last 4 or 5 sessions, that's got to be what they're thinking. The share float is 200 million. The short interest is only about 7, and they are profitable. So that's what I would think here. Clearly, they know something. I don't think they're trading on the news, although the news is good. All right, let's move on. We're going to move on to the insiders. Insiders, what are they buying? Well, guess what? It hasn't changed almost at all today. So if you look over here, there's one filing date on the 29th, and I just refreshed this. So from yesterday, just so you know, we liked AFI, Armstrong Flooring. It was up 6% today. It may have fallen back on a little bit of a sell-off towards the end of the sesh, if you would. What else did we like yesterday? That I think that was really it. I mean, we alert on this stuff, but we really tell you which ones we really like. AFI, that's why you want to get on the channel too, guys, is because AFI, and if you want to jump on at night, this did not come in until literally about 7:45 Central Daylight Time, right? So just to let you know. All right, what are the hedges buying? I want to refresh this one too, just so you know. All right, so SOFO, that is on a different exchange. Vroom, this is already pumped. It's still in a downtrend. It pumps slightly. We're talking about a 4 to 7% down slightly. NABL is a new. I do like this stock. NABL, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big funds invested at the IPO. It dipped and now it's back up in an uptrend. I do like that stock. I'm not going to tell you that that's an alert because it's probably not. What was the other one? MCS. All right, so this was Mario Gabelli, and the dude only prints money. He's like 72 years old, been doing this for like 50 years. He just knows what stocks to get in and what stocks to get out. So he sized up with about 200,000 more shares, got a little bit of pump, and got out. This is still in a downtrend, right? So as much as I like him, and I like to play the player versus the game sometimes, and it's usually a lot of times it is Mario, but not this time. that's it, guys. That is all that I saw. There's just not a lot. Now let's look at high short interest. I just refreshed this. I think this is two days behind, but what is coming on strong is the support.com is up to 29%. Check me on that on FinViz, because I bet it's higher than that, because I've seen some as high as 35, 36, 37, and I saw a 39%, and I'm not seeing a 39% over here right now. Here, I could probably pump this up for you. So Blink, Workhorse, and Ride. Clovis we know about. SENS we know about. MicroStrategy, OCGN. So all the meme stock players. All right, let's see what Reddit is talking about. This includes Wall Street Bets. Support. Here's the ones that are moving up the leaderboard here. That's really what you're looking for. HUT. It's a Bitcoin mining company. ITRM has moved up, which there was a lot. I believe they had a sell-off today, but I could be wrong about that. TELL. Diddy, we all know what's going on there. It did get up today. People buying on the news that potentially they're going to be taken private, either by an American company, but probably a Chinese company. So there will be a premium price for it. Acer we saw yesterday. Who's moving it? SESN, that's a new one. And FLGC's new, but that pumped yesterday. And then IPIX is also new. So you want to look at those. All right. Let's see if our senators did anything today that we need to know about. Did we look at the 28th yesterday? Angus King, what did he buy? 624, nothing big. Let's see what our House representative was bought. Was one on the 27th. Did we cover this yesterday? I don't think that we did. Oh, Debbie Wasserman, what did she buy here? Little Berkshire Hathaway's being bought. What did Debbie buy? Not a whole lot. Not any really big buys. Okay, so let's go to crypto really quick. All right, so crypto had quite the day. So before we get to crypto, I do want to talk about Robinhood. Robinhood went public at 38. It literally was down from the start. It ended up around 34, but I believe 34.11, 34.28. One of the worst debuts this year, but at the same time, so was Coinbase. So you really can't say much there. Also, Amazon. I know one of my guys lost a lot of money on Amazon today, thinking that they were going to beat. And Amazon missed on revenue by $3 billion. They missed on users, and their Q3 guidance, they had to pull that back by $6 billion on revenue. And so the stock was sliding all day long. It's funny how the street knows what's going to happen in after hours. That's what we like to call insider trading. But I think a few traders knew yesterday because the stock was sliding in. So that's all that I have for today, except for crypto here. It's holding 39. It really needs to hold this for a good week. And I think the bull market's already intact. But I want to see if there's anything that is tradable right now. So Ethereum's up to 23.14 for the week. You might look at Cardano again. I believe I said them yesterday. Uniswap I like as well. Litecoin I used to like. I do not like Litecoin. It is a shit coin. It will always be a shit coin, right? But you can make money off of Litecoin just like you can Doge. They're in the same category if you ask me. All right. What else would I pick off if I could that's below 14% for the week? Stellar, maybe. They're doing some good things on the Stellar side with that coin and with that company or really the group that runs them. But I'm not a huge fan. I've got a pretty good sized bag because it's at 26 cents. I was buying when it was like 3. EOS, I said yesterday, I do not like Tron. I do like the FTX token because I like FTX. We talked about exchange tokens yesterday. I think they're very, very important. So, all right, guys, look, I don't want to take up too much of your time tonight. Appreciate you guys. Watch your 6 go hard in the paint. We'll see you next time.